So hello guys, welcome to our presentation about Netflix. Today we're going to be looking at some of Netflix's success and their business model. So today we're going to discuss Netflix and their business model, their strategy and key success factors, as well as the importance of managerial accounting for Netflix. So firstly, we have Netflix's business model. So their key partners are internet providers in order to ensure that they have on-demand streaming, smart TV companies such as Philips and Samsung, as well as third-party studios, which they use to license content for their website. So as for their key activities, they have content creation for their Netflix original content. They have third-party licensing of movies, as I mentioned previously. Also software development, since they are mainly a digital company. And also they focus heavily on retaining customers as it is a subscription-based business and customers can revoke their subscription at any time. So, what does Netflix offer the customer? Well, their value proposition is on-demand 24/7 streaming, the convenience of being able to watch movies from anywhere as long as you have an electronic device, a large library of content, Netflix original content which can only be viewed on the app, as well as an algorithmic recommendation system, which Alexi will talk about later, as well as their competitive pricing. So for customer relations, they have an active customer support system, a really advanced and intuitive self-setup system that anyone can use no matter of their technological experience. It's very easy and simple, as well as a well-developed social media. So their key resources are software developers, their application, the algorithm, their large content library, and their streaming rights. Moving on, their cost structure, well, they spend money on content production for their Netflix originals, the licensing of third-party content. They spend a lot of money on software development and their subscription maintenance. They distribute via their website, their app, and through smart TVs. And their main revenue comes from subscription. They have a few different kinds, all at different price points. And Netflix is tailored for the mass and all ages. Moving on to Lexi.
Yes, so I'm going to talk about some key features that make Netflix ahead of many competitors in the business market. So talking about the ERP system, there are some of the key factors. It is one this ERP system. You using the enterprise resource planning system. As you know, ERP is a single database that collects information and applies it into programs and applications. It supports a company's daily business activity. Netflix is using ERP systems in day-to-day operations in the way of obtaining history, purchase data, and other customer related characteristics. This system helps a company like Netflix predict which movie a particular customer might like, and furthermore recommends that movie. Furthermore, then continuing to CRM system, it is a customer relationship management system. Netflix uses a CRM strategy that integrates people and technology in business operations in order to strengthen and deepen relationship with the customers and partners. One of the key ways that Netflix uses is to initiate and strengthen its relationships with the customers are CRM strategy and, as from what I've said, the ERP system. So also one of the most important factors is sustainability. In 2021, Netflix has aimed to decrease their carbon emission by 50% in the end of the 2030s. Starting in 2022, Netflix is investing in natural climate solutions as the way to stay sustainable. To keep meeting their goals, they look at where the biggest source of emission comes from, eventually leading us to their operations and value chain. In order to tackle these problems and meet desired outcomes, Netflix has created a framework, so-called OED. Firstly, the company optimizes the energy usage, then electrifies it, and finally decarbonizes what's left. So to talk about more into details, first of all, it's optimizing energy usage. What I said, Netflix targets to improve energy efficiency across its operations by implementing advanced technologies and programs. Second of all, electrifying energy sources. Once energy usage is optimized, the company shifts towards electrifying its operations. And finally, decarbonizing remaining energy. So Netflix works to help decarbonize the remaining energy by investing into renewable energy solutions. So we can to further expand Netflix intelligent content recommendation system. We can see right now we can see a chart that shows percentage statistics of customer satisfaction with the products that were recommended by program. We can clearly see the competitive advantage of 86% over other leading companies such as BBC, Channel 4, Sky, YouTube, and others. This chart gives us a vivid image of how important Netflix recommendation system is. And now Juanjo will continue.
Yeah, so moving on to Netflix key success factors. Netflix, being the big company that it is right now, has so many different factors that lead to their success in the present moment, such as their service quality, releasing every single week new films and shows featuring TV stars known by everyone. Not only do they release movies they acquire, but they also release Netflix exclusive movies and series, which are only available on the platform. Another key factor was their customer focus, since Netflix has worked on an insane algorithm which is tailored with different recommendations to each user based on their preferences. Not only that, but it also has different covers for each movie and shows, which changes depending on the individual users. Another factor is their reputation, which wasn't a success factor in the beginning, but helped them maintain their users acquired with time. And finally, their operation and efficiency, with low costs and fast production. Moving on to the strategy, Netflix Netflix's strategy has always been innovation. Since their beginnings, pioneering the online movie streaming, moving on to starting to incorporate movies and shows produced by them, as well as the algorithm, which helps them reduce costs by seeing which films are more liked and which ones aren't. And their lasting corporations with live events such as the Mike Tyson fights, plus the upcoming NFL and WWE. Another factors of strategy have been their global expansion, currently on 130 countries and looking to expand into more. And finally, developing cheaper subscriptions with ads inside the platform. And we move on to next.
So, the importance of management accounting for Netflix can be seen in different areas. Firstly, content accounting is responsible for the accurate financial report of every dollar spent on content. This is essential for both internal decision making and external, which is what is reported to stakeholders. The goal is to get the numbers right and create scalable systems to account for rapid growth as well as for Netflix to expand more globally and produce more original content.
So management accounting at Netflix should provide the following information. Firstly, participation and residuals. As Netflix owns their content, they have additional financial obligations for talent. These come in the forms of participation and residuals. There are additional compensations that people can earn for the work on content. Firstly, participation are contingent compensations for famous people based on individual negotiated deals. On the other hand, residuals are guaranteed compensation paid to talent for the initials intended to use. Payments are made by collective bargaining agreements. Moving on, there's amortization, which is licensing or own title become available on Netflix. This triggers the amortization of the content asset values. Then there's original content. As assets of value built up as cash is spent. They support the title from development through delivery and work with production finance to reconcile the costs once the title launches on the site. Content acquisition costs include licensing fees of new seasons of TV shows or obtaining limited territory rights. Licensing fees are an asset of financial statements. Value is monitored on capitalization assets for licensed content, and the asset is recorded all at once on asset delivery. Lastly, there's accounting policy. Entertainment accountant guidance was written for traditional studios. Netflix distribution model is breaking the mold, leading them to create a new accounting policies. Then lastly, there is going to be the bibliography. Thank you very much.